Today we decided to retell the manga for you, which is called The Evolution of the Strongest Mage. Be sure to write comments and tell us how you like this plot of the manga, and if you are waiting for the continuation, subscribe to the channel and we start. It is night in the city, and on the billboard they say that there are big traffic jams on the road and you need to take a detour. On the road, skillfully bypassing all the cars, a guy rides a red motorcycle. The green light came on, which moved the plug a certain distance. The hero is not happy that the green color is lit up, as he cannot use his superpower. In the morning of the same day, entrance exams to the School of Superhumans are held. The airship broadcasts a live broadcast, on which a man conducts an appeal to students. He tells the students that they are outstanding because they passed the written test, and today there will be a test of superpowers. A huge crowd of people surrounds the arena, which is divided into two sides, blue and red. There are 5 levels of superpowers in total: white dust, blue spirit, purple soul, royal blood, and holy demon. 7 test subjects stand on the red side, and our hero is among them. He looks at the girl who is in the audience and wishes good luck to his friend. The school accepts people with a blue spirit level and above. The test subjects place their hands on the ball in front of them, which indicates the level of strength. Almost everyone has a blue spirit, one guy has a purple soul, and our hero has white dust, which is the lowest indicator. The hero realizes that he is not suitable for studying at this school. In the crowd of spectators there are acquaintances of the hero, whose name is Manhwa. They are amused by the fact that Ming is the only one in the white dust level, as if he does not have superpowers. Hai hears ridicule at him, which puts him in a deplorable emotional state. The voices tell him to give up trying to become a superhuman and just go to work in a factory. One of the hero's acquaintances pokes him with the fact that he even had the audacity to confess his love to the main beauty of the school with a purple soul. All this is heard by the girlfriend of the hero, who is excited about what is happening. Apparently Ming is driving down the road at high speed to calm down. He considers his power to be useless, since it cannot be used to defeat monsters that can destroy large buildings. Ming is driving down an empty road with a huge skeleton above it. Hai spots a comet in the sky, which makes him smile. He thinks about the fact that even a bullet cannot hit him. What to say about a comet? However, the comet is chasing the hero, which scares him. She crashes into him. The hero lies on the ground in a small crater, and a small ball flies into him. We see that the hero has a weak superpower: luck, absorption, ineffective, parasitism, ineffective. The hero is depicted as a doll with a cloth, and a girl comes out of the ball and merges with the owner. Identification was successful. The connection with the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for storing information, begins. The owner has no combat ability and can easily die. The girl, who turned out to be much larger than Ming, transfers her powers to him. Hai clenches his fists as royal blood is poured into him. The girl believes that now he can probably fight. Ming ended up in the hospital, connected to a ventilator. The doctor says that his body is fine, but due to a blow to the head, the hero falls into a coma for a long time. The nurse is going to take care of the guy. Another nurse bursts into the office and reports that Tian Wen's group sent a bottle of monster blood, and it needs to be checked. Dr. Zhao agrees to the task. A few days later, Ming's girlfriend comes to visit. She brought him a bouquet of flowers and a pink envelope. The girl is dressed in a school uniform, and one can see obvious excitement on her face. A month later, acquaintances come to him, who taunted Ming during the exam. They discussed that the hero really wanted to become a superhuman, and the result of the tests greatly upset Ming. One of the guys says that Hai took his worthlessness too much to heart and did not take care of his safety. A guy in a knitted sweater notices flowers and an envelope in which he finds a message from Lu Qian. She answered the confession of the hero. This makes the guy very angry. He does not understand how to respond to the feelings of this garbage, which may not even wake up, and if he wakes up, he will become disabled. The guy is tearing the letter to shreds. A year later, an insect monster emerges from the manholes. The hospital is notified that a large number of mutant monsters have appeared in Nanching, so all employees must immediately leave the premises. The hospital workers start to panic and run out of the building. Someone yells at Dr. Zhao that it's time to leave. The nurse taking care of our hero cannot leave him alone. She runs into the room and tries to wake Ming, but in the reflection of the window she sees that the monster is standing behind her. The creature licks the girl with its tongue, paws her with its claws, saying how delicious it is. The girl can't even move. At that moment, Hai wakes up from the coma and strikes the creature, blowing off the upper body, which flies out of the building, destroying the wall. The nurse is crying, but the hero calms her down, saying that the monster is dead. Ming gives the girl a hand, asking if she can stand up. Hai thanks Nurse Song for her care. The dream thanks the guy for saving her. She wonders when the hero woke up. Ming does not understand where the mutant cockroaches come from in Nanching Hospital. The nurse explains, the authorities said that radioactive liquid got into the sewer, and the parasites there mutated. Hai asks about the condition of the residents nearby. The nurse replies that most likely everyone will be evacuated to a safe place, but she was afraid for Ming, so she could not leave him. Ming tells her sister that she didn't leave him from the beginning. The girl refuses, saying that she was only doing the work of a nurse, and she is also surprised that a student was able to kill a monster with one blow. He mentally replies that he has been practicing the fighting technique for a year, but he tells the girl that she should leave the building and join those who have already evacuated. At this time, cockroach monsters are roaming the hospital. As soon as he crosses the threshold of the chamber, several monsters notice him. He tells the nurse to wait in the ward, while he himself is going to fight the creatures. He takes down all the monsters in the corridor with one blow and runs to attack the rest. Hai hears the nurse's scream and smashes the bottle with unknown contents to douse her creature. He has practiced this movement in his head millions of times, but he is trying it for the first time. Sun is overwhelmed by the power of the attack and deduces that his super strength is related to punching. Li only replies that he is still the student who failed the exam last year. Song is outraged by this. She considers the teachers blind, because even some superhumans with the rank of Pyro cannot be compared with Hai. The hero is interested in how cockroaches became so scary. The nurse replies that there are more than just cockroaches in the sewers. He says that sulfuric acid will be needed. A single bus is driving across the bridge, and there is a large monster under it. The people on the bus are very scared as the monster will attack them. The bridge is broken, and a huge number of cockroach monsters are crawling along it. The doctor calls to ask for help from the superhumans, saying that there are many mutant monsters on the Nanching Bridge. A Superman with pistols comes to their aid. He shoots the cockroach, which almost got to the passengers, thereby saving people. The man states that he is a pyro-rank superhuman. He does not care about the number of creatures, since his superpower is endless bullets. Suddenly, he is attacked by a monster that looks like a rat. The rat devours the Superman, and people start to panic. Song and Hai made it out of the hospital, and the girl notices the bus from the hospital. The girl understands that they need help. A walkie-talkie is lying next to them, which transmits a message about the events on the bridge. A large mutant mouse appeared on the bridge, a Superman of the Pyro rank lost all signs of life, and not a single Superman was registered near the bridge. Min picks up a walkie-talkie and asks to transfer data about the monster, its weaknesses and strengths. He is told that she is weak to fire and wonders if he is a superhuman. He replies that he is just a high school student who failed the exam for the superhuman school. He is asked not to go into battle, as there is a monster of a general rank. Hai is determined to save them all, as they have been taking care of him for a year. The mouse tries to throw the bus off the bridge, which makes the hero feel like the creature is just playing with its food. Hai asks the girl to stay in the hideout, but she worries for the boy's life. Min replies that when a patient is in danger, doctors do not stand aside. Plus, if he doesn't try to defeat the monster, he'll never know if he can even. He attacks the mouse and punches it in the snout. He talks about how cockroaches used to be smaller than a finger, now they are the size of a person, and this rat is the size of a building. If such a large monster hits him with claws, then the bones of the hero will simply shatter into pieces, which will lead to defeat. Rats are very fast, so he can't let them hit him with their claws. His plan is to get the rat away from the bus and then fight. The rat grabs the car with its teeth, which the hero regards as a chance. He sends a powerful shockwave at her, causing the rat to fall unconscious. It seems to Ming that he killed her, but he needs to make a control blow. He remembers in time that developed animals, including rats, can pretend to be monsters. The rat starts throwing cars at the hero, and he starts to run away. Min understands that things are not going well, the power of his blows is not enough, otherwise he will not be able to kill a monster of the rank of general. Hai notices one of the cars leaking gasoline, which he sees as a good opportunity. Min grabs a lighter and goes straight to the spilled gasoline. Nurse Sun helps the bus passengers. She is interested in Dr. Lin's condition. He is glad that the nurse was able to escape, and he also thinks that the superhuman who slept them was in the form of a patient in their hospital. At this moment, an explosion occurs, which sets fire to the rat. Fire is the weakness of a rat, and this fire is very dense, with which his strength will instantly grow. Ming is very angry at the monster that dared to attack innocent people. He uses his strength and fire to make a finishing attack. Bus passengers are in complete shock from what is happening. He kills a giant rat. People are happy to be saved and wonder why a high-ranking superhuman in the form of a patient in their hospital. One of the nurses believes that this is a student who has been in a coma for a year. She tries to remember his name, but Song comes to her rescue and adds that Min Hai failed the exam last year. From the command post, the girl asks Lu Qian to return, as the general rank mutant monster has been killed. The girl has a rather open costume, and she has cat ears on her head. Lu Qian is happy with the news that the people have been saved. Lu is interested in who was able to defeat such a strong monster. But the girl with the ears does not know who this Superman was, and he is not on the registration list. She realizes that it could not be a simple student, and she also wonders if the source of the radiation has been found. Lu says that the number of mutants will only increase in the future, and now they can only ask the people of Nanqing to leave and close all the infected areas. At the rescue station, Song treats Hai's hand, saying he's just incredible. Suddenly, a girl appears and tells the guard that her brother is still unconscious in the hospital. The guard replies that it is forbidden for everyone to enter, and all citizens have been evacuated. Access will not be granted to anyone except transport vehicles and superhumans, as this is very dangerous. The girl doesn't care, she has to save her brother. She asks the guard to let him through, because her brother is very weak and passed out a year ago. The hero hears this conversation and looks at the girl with a strange look. The girl begins to cry, saying that she cannot believe what is happening. Her brother did not even hold the girl's hand, and she also calls her brother's name, Min Hai. Now not only Hai is looking at them, but also Nurse Song. The sister asks her brother to wait, she will save him, even at the cost of her life. Hai can only bulge his eyes and open his mouth. The sister finally notices her brother standing next to her. She throws herself at him with hugs, saying that she was very worried about him. Last year, when the hero was still in a coma, his sister came to him. She says she has found another job, but she will have to work at night so she won't be able to visit her brother all the time. We see bills for medical services, which are quite a lot, which means that the amount of treatment is large. She asks her brother not to worry, because even if he does not wake up for the rest of his life, she will come to him, even if she is so old that she needs a cane. Min hugs his sister back, apologizing for scaring her. He thanks her for trying hard all year. Ming woke up in his bed, realizing that he had not woken up at home for a long time. There is a note on the table with a plate of ramen and milk on it. The note says that her sister has gone to work and her medical bills have not yet been fully paid, so she won't be able to spend much time with her brother. Hai did not think that the bill for hospital services and patient care would be so high, and even yesterday's haircut. The older sister works 3 jobs, which makes her paler than the patient. We see her working as something like an assistant, a food delivery boy, and a janitor. Ming wants to find a way to earn some money to improve her older sister's life. He hears on TV that the government is offering a 50 million yuan reward to anyone with information about the source of the radiation. Ming sharply approaches the TV to hear the information better. A mutant cockroach gives a reward of 3,000, and a mutated giant demon mouse gives 5 million. Min understands that he can not only pay all the bills, but also buy a new house, and with the remaining money he can buy his sister a lot of beautiful cosmetics and clothes. However, Ming does not know where the source of the radiation is. He wants to go in and check out the place. Even if he doesn't find any clues, he can earn some money for killing monsters. This, in turn, will save people from evil, and at the same time bring the hero experience in battle. Hai decides to go to the Red Hall of Awards. In the Hall of Awards, he is met by a girl who is interested in the purpose of the visit of the hero. He says that he is a superhuman, and the girl clarifies about the rank. Since Ming does not know his rank, he cannot name it. He replies that he wants to kill some mutated cockroaches. The girl offers to show them the usual superpower, and for this, Hai will also receive a superhuman trainee badge. If Ming wants to truly earn a title for himself and become a star-ranked superhuman, then he will have to pass a much more difficult exam. The hero asks to be taken to the training field. They came to the training field, where Ming needs to clarify what kind of superpower he owns. His superpower is punching. The girl brings Hai to a robot that will help test her strength. Ming is tedious to hit the robot with all his might, and the work will evaluate the force of the blow. At work it is written that 800 kilograms is a normal indicator. Min doubts his abilities, but he is ready to give his all. Due to the fact that he was unconscious for a whole year, all his muscles have not yet recovered. Ming hits the robot, and his strength indicator is thousands. Everyone around is in shock, since 800 was not a minimum, but a record. For the record, Ming was given a small prize, a shopping card for 1,000 yuan. If the hero breaks a few more records during the title exam, he will receive even more rewards. Min wonders what their ranks are. She replies that they currently have the following ranks: Starlight, Moonlight, Sunshine, and Celestial Glitter. If he is above these 4 ranks, then he will need to go to another place. Ming remembers that if he reaches the rank of Heavenly Splendor, he will be able to buy himself a villa and an expensive car, although he is not sure if this is true. Simply put, he just needs to get stronger and impress everyone. Pak came to a place where there are a lot of superhumans. He did not think that the award would interest so many people. A guy comes up to him and offers to join the Blood Eagles. Ming wonders if everyone is here to find people for the team. The guy replies that of course for this, all the same, they go to a dangerous place, and if you go alone, the monsters will eat it. This guy is Luo Kaixien, who has the rank of Moonlight. Luo says that in any case, people below the rank of Sunshine are not allowed to enter. Luo asks to show the title badge to He. Luo is shocked that Ming is a Starlight trainee and their group doesn't accept newcomers. Luo advises him to leave and train a bit. Going there as a Starlight trainee is suicide. Ming is sad that no one will accept him due to his low rank. His classmates notice him. The white-haired kid taunts the hero because he was rejected by a friend of the group. One of the company of former classmates calls Ming to her, wondering when he managed to check out. Another wonders why he came here. Hai replies that he came to hunt mutant monsters as he needs some money to pay his medical bills. The white-haired one's name is Su Zheng, and he wonders how Ming with his physique is going to hunt monsters. Ling Yun, the girl who called He, says that it is very dangerous there. Besides, Ming's ability is not a combat type. Su, mocking again, says that he had good luck, but it is of no use. Lin upsets his friend, saying that Hai has just been discharged, he is trying, and they, like old classmates, should help him. She calls Min Hai to join them and they will protect him. Min realizes that the guards won't let him go alone, so he should accept Lin's offer, even though they are all looking down on him. In their eyes, he is just a loser, rejected in society and in a coma for a whole year. Lu decides that he can become their talisman, and Wang agrees with Lin's words. Lin says that they all studied at the Superhuman Institute for more than a year, and the institute requires every student to participate in extracurricular activities at least once. They plan to return in the summer and help deal with the infection incident. He wonders if Lu Qian is in the group with them. Zheng, hearing this question, turns around. He says that Lu has become a member of the board of directors, so there is no need for her to be with her classmates of such a low rank. Lin, confirming Zheng's words, says that they will not be able to catch up with her, since Qian is too powerful. The girl heard that Lu returned to Lanyang and began helping the authorities look for the source of the radiation. Lin remembers that Hai had the best grades in humanities, so she thinks Ming will be able to figure out where the radiation is coming from. Zheng believes that there is no point in good grades, since with zero ability, he could not even get into college. Plus, they prey on mutant cockroaches, and students like them shouldn't be looking for the source of the radiation. Ming realizes that according to the report, there are 3 types of monsters: mutant cockroaches, mutant larvae, and huge mutant rats. All of these parasites live in the sewers, so the most likely source of radiation is liquid in the sewer system. This liquid causes a lot of mutations, which makes the monsters come out. Mutant cockroaches are not difficult to deal with, but large mutant rats are much more intimidating. He believes that logically, even if the larvae have mutated, they should not be as strong as cockroaches. The larvae belong to the easier-to-kill group. Suddenly, they are attacked by a huge mutant larva, which simply washes away all the cars. Lin yells at the hero to run. It's easy to deal with one larva, but the hero forgot that parasites live in large groups. Ming yells for the others to run as well, as a swarm of mutant larvae is approaching them. Zheng begins to say that there is nothing to be afraid of, but does not have time to finish his sentence. He notices that a really huge group of larvae is moving towards them, so he starts to run too. They run towards the building, which has armored windows. Hai notices that Lin is not there, to which Wang replies that the girl tripped. Hai doesn't understand why Wang didn't help her. The hero realizes that Lin needs to be rescued and runs towards her, shocking the others. The larvae have almost caught up with Lin, but she asks he not to help her as he will die. He answers her with her own words that classmates should help each other. He strikes the fire hydrant, which shoots out a stream of water, and he directs the wave at the larvae with his blow. Ming decides that if he can't kill the larvae, he'll just keep them from gathering together again. Ming gives poor Lin a hand, asking if she's okay. The girl cries and thinks about how strong Ming is. He helps her to reach a safe place, and at this time the girl notices the beauty of the hero. She is sorry that he already has a girlfriend that he likes, Lu Qian. Mentally, she thanks the hero for saving her, calling herself worthless and terrible. Su tells Lin that they were just about to save her, but Ming was one step ahead. Everyone else agrees with his words, and Wang, who herself previously said that Lin tripped, now says that they did not even notice it. Su jokes about how he missed his chance to save a girl in trouble. Wang noticed that the larvae returned back to the sewers. He asks Wang to take care of Lin's wound, because the secretions of the mutant larvae are painful. Lin refuses, saying it's just a bruise. Hai replies to this only that he is glad to hear, but still asks to take care of the victim. The hero plans to inspect the building, finally asking that former classmates not allow mutants, larvae to enter here. Wang scolds the rest of the guys for not having thought to inspect the building. Even Ming, who did not enter the institute, is much more prudent than Su and Lu. They just put their hand on the back of their head and smile stupidly. On the evacuation plan, we see that the team is in Sector B. He enters the laboratory, where there are several vivariums. Insects from the 9th vivarium have been declared missing since December 30, 2030, and the scene has been secured and an investigation is pending. He was even frightened for a second, but then he realized that the situation was 6 months ago. He wonders if the sources of radiation will mutate the insects that lived here, but decides that all the monsters have already left. Ming steps on a piece of paper that says about centipedes. The Lien Pu centipede is a large centipede native to southern Peru, the largest species in the world, with huge jaws and long antennae. The back door is locked, and there is no other way out, since the sewer system is also blocked. Mutant larvae will not be able to enter the building. He saw Dr. Zhao on the street. Now he wonders what the doctor forgot in the isolated area alone. The doctor goes to a dilapidated building. Now the hero believes that the doctor lives somewhere nearby. An unknown person called Ming on the phone. This is Nurse Song. The girl is wondering where the hero is now, and she also wants to have dinner with him. Sun wants to thank Ming for saving her and she won't accept no. The girl asks to call her just an older sister. Hai agrees with her, but he is in an isolated area. The nurse went nuts from such news, because the isolated area is completely closed to people. She heard that there are many mutant monsters in the area, including some that they have not met, and this is very dangerous. Min explains that it is beneficial for him, as he needs to earn some money and help his sister. The nurse asks if the hero is talking about Chinyu. She wonders if they are blood brother and sister. Hai replies that it is not, they grew up together in an orphanage. Sun decided to meet next time, which annoyed her, because she had even dressed for the meeting. Ming decides to tell Song about seeing Dr. Zhao, which shocks her. The doctor did not see Ming, perhaps because the glass is transparent only from the side of the hero. The nurse says that the doctor behaved strangely last year. Although he was a diligent worker, he always left early, and sometimes he made mistakes during operations. One day, a sample of the blood of a distress-level beast was sent to the hospital. The people wanted the doctor to examine the blood, but the sample went missing. Ming remembers the lessons about the blood of the disaster level. After extracting the blood from the body of the disaster beast, it takes 10 years to grow a tree. Blood comes into contact with oxygen and mutates. The blood of some disaster animals can be incubated for up to a whole year. Min asks Song when the blood disappeared, to which she replies that about a year ago. He concludes that it was this blood that became the source of radiation, because the time coincides, which means that the current catastrophe is happening because of this. The nurse believes that the doctor simply lost her, because he said so, but Hai cuts this idea in the bud. Now Hai understands why the doctor himself decided to go to this area. He would simply be prosecuted if they found out. Apparently the doctor is trying to correct his mistake. This is too dangerous, since the doctor is not a superhuman, and there will be many strong monsters near the source of radiation. Hai understands that this is all serious, so the sister must inform the authorities about what happened. She agrees with the hero and asks him to be more careful. Hai assures her that she doesn't need to worry about him as he doesn't plan to go to the center. Hai returns to his group and reports that the building is safe, as all the doors are locked tightly and the larvae will not enter. He told the others to rest, and he had some things to sort out. Lin tries to stop him, but he doesn't listen to her. He went outside. He did not kill all the larvae, but neutralized them for a while. He decides to take a shortcut, but he is surrounded by monsters, but the hero copes with them very quickly. Ming found the doctor and follows him. The doctor enters a building. There is some kind of hole in the building that confuses the hero. Min assumes that the doctor fell into it and decides to jump in there. This hole turned out to be the entrance to the tunnels under the building. He finally caught up with the doctor, which took the latter by surprise. Ming decides to ask the question about the blood of the beast directly, but the doctor begins to deny. Yet Zhao admits that he made a serious mistake. The doctor says that he didn't plan to hide it, he didn't know what his carelessness was about it, and now he's come to check if the reservoir is contaminated. Now the doctor wants to make amends, but he is not a superhuman. Ming offers to tell all the authorities who will help in this matter, but the doctor wants to ask He for help. The doctor remembers that it was Ming who saved everyone back then in the hospital. The doctor begs he to help him, because he has a wife and children, and if the authorities find out about this situation, then there will be no one to take care of his family. Zhao even gets on his knees, he tries to calm him down. The hero tries to explain that there is a limit to his abilities, and the doctor is just a simple person, so that they can spread the mutation. The doctor tries to argue something, but in the end agrees. Ming asks to leave this place and then inform the authorities. The doctor reacts strangely to these words, saying that he did not say anything to anyone. Ming confirms this, explaining that it would be better if Zhao told everything himself. Hai wonders if blood was lost in this place. The doctor says that the place of radiation is here, but he did not lose blood. He notices that something is wrong with the doctor, but he cannot leave the doctor there, since the hero does not know what he is doing here. The doctor explains that cockroaches, maggots, rats live in the dark corners of the city and spread diseases through bacteria and drive people crazy. Ming doesn't understand what Zhao is trying to say. Zhao talks about how people procreate without measure, recklessly plunder and constantly poison the world with their chemicals. People are destroying the planet to the extent that garbage is already sent into space. The doctor believes that their actions are no better than the actions of mutants. He agrees with the doctor's words. The doctor also believes that the universe should not have been alive in the first place, there should never have been such a peak. Zhao believes that the universe without life is beautiful and wild, but manifestation in gay life is equivalent to the appearance of bacteria in a healthy body. Humans are the kings of microbes, cancer cells, and the peculiarity of cancer cells is rapid multiplication and destruction. People multiply for generations, they will not stop destroying the world. Even when humans leave Earth and conquer the solar system, they will want the entire Milky Way. Where there are people, there can be no peace and quiet. The doctor doesn't understand the difference between cancer cells and people destroying the universe. He noticed that the doctor's thoughts are against humanity. If a person is sick because of microbes, then the person himself allowed their appearance in himself. Then the doctor concludes that the universe is sick, and people are the virus. The doctor nervously grabs the hero by the shoulders, rubbing that he is a Superman, which means that from his very youth, our hero learned about disasters and got rid of them. The doctor considers this to be the work of the immune system of the universe, to which everyone obeys. Hai slows down the doctor, saying that his topic has gone beyond the aisles of their dialogue. Min notices that the hero looks very strange, as if he has gone crazy. Ming returns to the subject of the source of infection, which caused organisms to mutate through the fault of the doctor, and this killed many people. The doctor scoffs at these words, as he believes that he heals those who are sick. He considers himself a doctor of the universe, he is going to destroy people who are like cancer cells for her. From an emotional outburst, Zhou even breaks his glasses. The doctor believes that even cockroaches, rats and larvae that live in the sewers are not as scary as people. The doctor's face takes on a frightening look, and he continues to say that he deliberately created a source of radiation. In the beginning, it was a simple experiment for him, first he would kill everyone in Lanyang, and then in all other cities. The earth is sick, and it must be treated, people must be destroyed. But first, before the great cure ends, the doctor plans to destroy our hero. Zhou thanks Ming for his stupidity and naivete. Thanks to their dialogue, the doctor will be able to continue the plan to infect the city. He tells Dr. Zhou that the southern city is isolated, the mutation will not spread to other cities. The doctor laughs at this, even if they block the surface and the sewer, then no one will be able to block the water supply. Now he understands the full scale of the disaster. Radiation is delivered through pipes to the entire city of Lanyang. The city needs this water to wash food, take a shower and clean the streets, it is used literally everywhere. The water then ends up in the city sewer, and all the rats, cockroaches, and larvae mutate. He understands that Zhou is a psycho, he should get out, the doctor is not a Superman, so he will not be able to keep the hero. Hai tells the doctor that he doesn't understand what they are talking about. Hai tells him to let him do what he did, while Hai plans to leave. The doctor is shocked that Hai has no plans to stop him, since he showed his justice when he saved people in the hospital. Zhou wonders if Ming wants to be the hero who saved the city. Ming says that he really cherishes his life. Ming replies that he is just trash who was not accepted into the Superhuman Institute, so he is not proud to be a hero. The doctor considers the hero smart, since he did not interfere with him. The doctor plans to pour the blood into a tank of water and complete his plan. Zhou realizes that even the authorities won't make it, but he can't find a blood sample. Zhao becomes furious, realizing that it was our hero who stole the blood sample. The doctor falls to his knees as his body begins to transform into a monster. He runs away from the doctor, realizing that the latter used himself as a rat for mutation experiments. The doctor's eyes turned red, fangs and a second head came out. Zhou threw his monsters at he to destroy the hero. Ming runs to the stairs that lead to the street, but at the last moment it is torn. He realized that the doctor was aiming not at him, but at the stairs to cut off his retreat. He just bounces off the enemies to get to the top. Ming uses concrete to close the passage to the sewers. The doctor smells the beast's blood because it boils in his body, he won't let he escape. The doctor is not going to let the hero escape. The strength of mutated monsters depends on their original strength. Larvae are the weakest, after them cockroaches, and then rats. The rats are already strong enough to be hard to resist. And if an adult male has mutated, it will be very difficult. Ming fears that he won't be able to handle Dr. Zhao. Ming, running away, realizes that he cannot run in the direction where his team is located, because if the doctor catches up with the hero, he will kill the others. Hai decides to just wait until the authorities arrive for blood, and in this case he relies on his sister Song. Huang Feng, who has the rank of Moonlight, completed the sweep. Xiao Ran, also a Moonlight rank mage, completed the purge. Liao Xiaozan offers to return as he has exhausted all magic power. Law will then call off the puppets, and the team will receive a generous reward. The healer asks a question about stronger monsters. Suddenly, the healer flies up, as someone knocked out the hatch on which the guy was standing. Xiao manages to catch it before the healer could get hurt. A doctor comes out of the hatch, the team is set to quickly deal with the newly minted enemy. Law is glad that they will receive a large reward for killing such a large creature. Law believes that they will be given 100k for killing the doctor, which means that each member of the team will receive 20,000. Wan, speaking to the monster, says that he was unlucky to meet the Moonlight group. However, for Zhao, destroying the entire team is the best way to recover. The doctor attacks Wan, but he manages to dodge, saying that the monster cannot defeat him with such slow attacks. However, the doctor pins the opponent against the wall, grabbing him by the throat. He kills Wan, repeating once again that this is the best way to recover. Xiao runs to help her friend, she even manages to slightly injure the doctor, but he kills her too. Zhao turns to the others, asking them if they are not for the sake of the death of their comrades. The rest are not at all happy, but very scared. The doctor tells them that now they can get a lot more money for the mission. Zhao is in a hurry so he can't have fun with Luo and Liao. The doctor's rats located he, Zhao ran straight there, intending to destroy the hero. Luo and Liao mourn their dead friends. Liao concludes that the doctor is a lord. They were just lucky they survived. Hyo is running down the street, even though he got away from the doctor and his rats, they still managed to find him in the confusing street. Ming believes that he is found by smell, but the hero is glad that Zhao is not as fast as the beasts with lymph. Ming can't let the blood sample end up in the doctor's hands. Ming spots a gas station, decides to use gasoline to cover up his smell. As the hero thought, the smell of gasoline led the animals astray. However, one of them still went to the store at the gas station where our hero is hiding. Hai realized that the footsteps had stopped, but that was not a good sign. The creature climbed onto the rack, behind which he sits. The hero manages to notice the attack at the last moment. Ming knocks over the rack on the creature. Hai saw that the other two with lymph went the other way, and the one who was especially sensitive found him. Ming understands that it is pointless to run. If he does not kill this beast with lymph, with a heightened sense of smell, then the creature will be able to find the hero anywhere. Fist High needs to come into contact with something special in order to create a spiritual skill with the same attribute. Acid Strike activated when touching acid, fire when touching fire, blast when touching water, but there is nothing suitable in the store, and if he goes outside, there is a chance that he will be detected. The monster attacks Ming, so he will only have to fight the beast with his hands. With one blow, it is impossible to put the beast practically kills the hero. However, Hai finds some bottles, with which he curses a wave of blows at the enemy. The monster flies out of the store, breaking a concrete wall along the way. The doctor comes to the store near the gas station, and the rest of the animals with lymph are rummaging around. To cope with the animals need to evolve, so the doctor orders them to eat their dead brother. Now the animals have a better sense of smell, they need to drag he alive to the doctor. All three beasts go after Ming, which puzzles him, as he has killed the most sensitive opponent. The barking of animals has become even more frightening, which again puts the hero to a standstill. Min resorts to an amusement park, where there are many mechanisms that he can use when he is caught up. Since his smell was tracked anyway, it makes no sense to be smeared in gasoline. Hai washes it off himself in the fountain, which is a good thing, because he would catch fire from the fire before he could use the fire strike. Although the beasts will find him wherever he goes, Hai decides to keep walking to create distance and delay the enemies. After he plans to destroy as many monsters as possible, but he cannot do anything with Dr. Zhao. Ming notices a monster that has become very large. The monster creates an axe from his hand and attacks but the hero managed to dodge. Min realizes that the creature has become much stronger, as it most likely has evolved. Hai dodges all of the monster's attacks, as the latter has become much slower, meaning that Hai can still get rid of it. Ming stands up and calls the monster to fight, but then he is surrounded by two more monsters, which puts our hero in a losing position. Ming decides to just run the roller coaster. The support is too narrow, if he fights on it, he will be able to kill the creatures one at a time, and when he reaches the top, he will kill them all. He uses, extracting an element, absorbing steel. He punches a hole in the creature's body with one blow. Now he imagines how much power he has after absorbing steel, he can literally nail monsters of this level, and their rank is at least commander level. A second monster is sneaking towards Hai, but our hero is confident and ready to fight. The third monster wants to bypass he from the other side, but this does not frighten the hero. Ming uses the same attack that he used seconds earlier, but it doesn't work because the monster has bone armor. Hai is frightened by how fast monsters evolve. The third monster that was crawling from the other side of the slide stuck out its head, which was hit by he. The enemy's head and neck are momentarily covered in bone armor, which leads Ming astray. In the end, he was surrounded anyway. He adequately resists opponents, but they do not give up trying to defeat Ming. Ming does something incomprehensible, but as a result, he hangs above the ground, and one of the monsters falls down. At the checkpoint, he checked the operation of the electricity, thanks to which he could destroy the remaining monsters. If Ming falls, he will break his legs or die, the last monster remains. The monster aimed at both his hands, so the hero has to let go of the slide and stop the attack before his hands are cut off. The monster lives off Zhao, so if he dies, the doctor will weaken. Whoever falls from the bottom, both will be dead. Hai plans to fall on the monster to break his fall. The monster seems to understand where everything is going and starts to cry. Ming survived, so he can now call the monster an arrogant creature. The nurse calls Hai, but he did not answer her earlier, which made the girl worried. Hai explains that the phone was simply turned off. The government has already cordoned off the area, now they are destroying the monsters outside, but neither the hero nor the doctor was seen. He replies that he is in an amusement park and Dr. Zhao has planned to spread the monster mutation. He reveals that the doctor wanted to pour the mutagen into the water supply and infect the water supply system in Lanyang City. Nurse Sun can't believe it. He clarifies that he stole the flask, which he believes caused the mutation, and it contains monster blood and antibodies. After the scientists extract the antibodies, the city can be returned to normal life. The dream says that he will tell the authorities to send people to the hero and take him away. Ming stops her, saying that the government should be sent to the South Tower. Since the doctor is still chasing Ming, he cannot stay in one place for long. He also adds that the doctor has mutated, so they need to send professionals or Zhao will kill everyone. Ming runs to the South Tower, but on the way he spots Dr. Zhao. The doctor looks like an ordinary person. He asks to look Ming upstairs. The doctor put his former classmates on the drop tower. He saw them on the way. At first he wanted to kill them, but since they know Ming, Zhao decided to spare them. Everyone except Lin asks he to save them, since they have nothing to do with it at all. The girl tells Ming to run, as he will not be able to deal with the doctor, who is a general. He does not know what to do. He cannot defeat the doctor alone, but he cannot leave Lin either. He decides to play for time, as everyone can survive only with the help of the authorities. The doctor asks the hero if anyone is dear to him. Zhao believes that he cares about Ling, who he mistakes for his girlfriend, which makes her embarrassed. She, denying, says that they are only classmates, but for the doctor this is nonsense, since he does not believe that she would risk her life for the sake of a simple classmate. Min, calling the doctor a bastard, says that he does not understand them. All this is reminiscent of the nonsense that Zhao spun on the subway. All his words seem funny to Hai. To the doctor, humans are cancer cells infecting the universe, but to Ming, human lives are what gave life to the lonely universe. He believes that the evolution of the universe led to the emergence of life. This seems ridiculous to the doctor, but he continues to say that civilization and thoughts are unstoppable in development, including superhumans. They are also a stage of evolution. For the doctor, superhumans are more deeply rooted viruses. Hai says that since they both have different opinions and can't prove they're right, then he has another way out. He decides to make the one who is stronger right. Ming represents humans and superhumans, while Doctor represents the higher powers of the universe. Ming says that if the doctor wins the fight, he will give him the blood plasma. To this, Zhao replies that he does not see his own place. Ming replies that if the doctor can't beat a student who even failed the entrance exams, then Zhao should stop blindly believing in his words. Hai calls the doctor a miserable loser and scum. The doctor does not understand what all this trouble is for. He will simply kill all four if he does not give the flask with blood. Ming responds with an unexpected coldness, saying that the doctor might kill them. These four are students who swore with their lives that they would defend the nation, its city and its citizens at all costs. Former classmates are very frightened by this answer. The doctor decides to kill them right now. He creates more bones from his body, tears off one rib and throws it at Su, stabbing him in the leg. This time the doctor will aim at the pretty face of a classmate, but he misses again. Ming runs to the doctor, which infuriates the latter. The doctor says that if he keeps running, Zhao will poke holes all over his classmates' bodies. All former classmates are asked to save themselves. The doctor realizes that things won't go according to his plan if Hai only thinks of winning, but he can still kill Ming. Zhao yells at Ming that he agrees to his terms. Zhao restricted the place of their battle from which Ming was not allowed to leave. Every time Hai touches the circle, one of his friends will die. If the hero defeats the doctor, then he can save his friends, become a hero who saves the whole city of Lanyang, but Zhao does not think he can handle it. Zhao takes out long spikes from his body. The doctor heard that Ming ended up in the hospital because he didn't pass his exams, and then he ended up in a coma because he couldn't handle his failure. It was a funny coincidence that Ming's surgeon was Dr. Zhao. Zhao continues to insult the hero, telling him how weak and pathetic he is, and also that no one has visited him for a whole year. The doctor considers Hai's life to be trash, but Ming still continues to be arrogant. Lin yells at the hero to run away. She is the only one who is worried about him. He manages to dodge all of the doctor's attacks, but he gets tired over time. Zhao still wounds him. Lin cries over the whole situation, her shoulder pierced by a thorn, but she begs the hero to run away. Zhao cannot understand why Ming continues to fight if the hero should have died a year ago in the operating room. Hai steps back and accidentally hits one of the limiter spikes. The doctor reminds the hero that if he touches the thorn, then one of the friends will die. The doctor pushes the hero onto the spikes, saying that he cannot adapt to this world. He manages to splash his blood into the eyes of the enemy, which gives him the opportunity to escape from the attack in the other direction. He makes his first punch attack on Zhao's head. The blood of the hero allows him to deliver a powerful blow to the demonic god. Zhao fell on his own spikes, and his friends yell at he about how amazing he is. Su asks Hai to hurry up as he is bleeding, but Wang tells him that Hai is bleeding much more than he is. Lin asks he to treat the wound, as the hero is losing too much blood. The doctor rips the thorns out of himself, calling Hai's classmates too noisy, adding that he will kill them after he finishes Ming. All four stop screaming after these words. Now the doctor understands what his superpower is, and Ming hits him again, but this time in the face. Zhao noted that Ming's attacks are extremely strong, but they are useless against him. Zhao remembers that Ming enchanted the fire and killed one of his hounds. Hai unleashes a flurry of attacks on his opponent, preventing him from speaking any further. Zhao understands that the hero can absorb the properties and energy of various things and use it as a weapon, but he still believes that it is useless against a high-ranked monster. Lu said that Ming has an extraordinary talent, although the white reality is ranked as an invisible force. Moreover, his other ability is luck, which cannot be used in battle. Wang does not know anything about Ming's strength, but she is sure that Hai is stronger than everyone here. Wang yells at he to apply more force and kill the monster. The doctor says that right now he is using the power of a leader-rank monster and not the power of a rooster or a maggot that Hai killed earlier. The doctor believes that the hero does not have the strength to defeat him even if he uses his blue fist-rank spirit to reach the point of destruction. The doctor, mockingly, says that the feeling when you gave your all, but still could not win, is not very pleasant. Zhao launches a new attack, saying that the hero will never be able to deal with him, and he also has fists. Hai flies away from the blow, but he managed to block the opponent's punch with his fist. Ming is still able to hold off enemy attacks. From the moment the doctor started fighting with his fists, his speed has increased. He was tired of defending himself with punches, so the doctor's fist reached its target. Zhao plans to guide the hero on the right path once again. New spikes appear from Zhao's body, which fly directly at the hero, but this attack smears, which introduces Zhao into confusion. The doctor recalls that he has another extraordinary talent, luck. But the hero is already at the limit. It is enough for him to get another blow. Even if he survives, he will remain maimed. Zhao finds the hero's luck very useful, but none of Ming's classmates have that skill. Zhao aims his spike at them, and Ming tries to stop the doctor, saying that a deal was made. Zhao laughs at this situation, saying that he always keeps his promises. The fact is that Ming was out of the battlefield. Hai's classmates are scared as they realize that one of them is about to die. The spike hits Lin in the chest, the only one Hai cared about. Ming is furious, but the doctor asks the hero not to be so nervous, since the girl will not die until the bone is removed from her. Although, of course, if she does not receive help within 5 minutes, then she will certainly die. Ming impales his arms with spikes, planning to destroy his opponent in the next 5 minutes. A new fight begins. The doctor says that Hai's super talent is only at the blue spirit rank. Even if Ming uses all the blood, it will not be enough to win. Zhao doesn't even have to fight back, and Ming will soon die from blood loss. Zhao continues the morale rush, saying that the hero looks pathetic now, looking pathetic when he was first sent to the hospital after a suicide attempt. The doctor says that he hates the most the people who survived the suicide attempt. If you can't succeed in something as easy as suicide, then why live? He wanted to die, but he was sent to the hospital and the doctors were forced to save him, and the doctors wasted their precious time on this. Zhao again calls the hero pathetic, adding that he is so weak that he could not even kill himself. Ming ignores all these words as she continues to attack. Zhao continues the moral pressure on the hero, now he has switched to his sister. When medical expenses were being charged, the sister knelt before Zhao and begged her not to kick her brother out of the hospital. The doctor says that he and his sister have always lived at the bottom of the city, working their bones for the sake of the strong and rich. The doctor does not understand why Min deceives himself, continuing to claim something great. The doctor crosses his arms, raises them above his head, and new spikes appear from his palms. He wants to end the miserable life of the hero so that he does not have to bear the burden ever again. Hai dodges the blow, but again goes out of the battlefield. Zhao believes that since Ming survived his attack, someone else should die in his place. The hero decides to answer all the words spoken by Zhao in his address. First, Ming has never tried to kill himself, he values his life more than anyone else. For Zhao, these words are not important, it is important for him that the hero allowed the death of another of his fellow students. Ming continues his speech. Secondly, the one who does not care about anything is not him, but Dr. Zhao. His sister abandoned her dignity and begged Zhao because she was taking care of her brother, her only family. Hai recalls her sister's words in which she said she would always visit her brother, even when she was so old that she would have to come to the hospital with a cane. Ming also tells about Nurse Song's act. The girl, when the animal mutation began, everyone in the hospital was busy escaping, did not leave Hai. Hai will never abandon her classmates because Lin took the lead and helped collect donations from the entire class for the sake of the hero. Zhao replies that Ling will soon die right in front of the hero. Hai says that his super talent is not just a blue spirit rank. Zhao has the ability to self-repair and regenerate body parts, but every hit that Ming landed left a mark on the opponent's body, all 49 hits. Ming has an ultimatum move, a super talent of purple soul rank. For Zhao, to think that he, who is part of the sovereignty of heaven, will lose to someone with such a low standard of living, someone who can never become part of a superhuman society, is terrible. His pulling power is indeed negligible, but it's 1,000 times better than the disgusting, evil Zhao. Classmates are shocked by what they see. Classmates believe that Ming's talent has the rank of purple soul, and that he also uses a secret art. Wang, crying, thanks the hero for saving her. The girl believes that the school, where the main character was not accepted, is blind. Su now also recognizes the strength of the hero, he also believes that the school made a mistake. Lin asks the hero if she will die, but he assures her that everything will be fine with her, the officials will arrive soon. Lin says that none of them knew about the real power of the hero. The officials finally arrived, Wang noticed them. Su tries to mark their location by shouting. The cat-eared girl tells her partner that she will take care of the wounded, and he must deal with the crisis. The girl's name is Luo Ling and she is the captain. Luo runs up to the group, asking them to step aside, the medical team will do everything themselves. Luo notes that if the spear had come out, then Ling would have died, and there would be no danger when helping. Luo turns to He, she believes that he, too, needs medical attention. In the background, someone from the medical team is preparing blood for a transfusion. Lin is in a critical situation. Luo says that when they got here, they found a mutated monster of master rank. She calls the hero lucky, as he was lucky that none of his friends died. The captain inquires about the location of the master rank monster while he is being bandaged by a doctor. Ling Kungyu approaches them, his rank is Sunny, he says that critical situations have already been eliminated. Kuan is a man in his 30s, with a short beard and black hair. Luo asks Kuan not to be so hasty during the mission, as a master rank monster can ambush nearby while looking and watching them. Kuan reveals that the mutated master rank monster is already dead. The corpse is in the hole, and the monster is a mutated human, probably using some dirty mutations to improve. Luo is shocked that someone could kill such a strong monster. She asks everyone about who was able to defeat him. Former classmates simultaneously show on high. Min confirms the words of classmates, adding that it was he who reported this to the authorities, and he also gives his name. Ming gives Luo the pollution resource Zhao wanted to add to the water supply. Luo is shocked that he was able to do all this by himself. He replies that he stole the resource while the doctor was busy talking. Luo is more interested in not this, but how he was able to defeat the master rank monster. Ming replies that he used his fist, which is his evolved ability. The captain stops him. She is interested in the degree of the hunter and the department in which the hero is a member. Ming replies that he is a star color trainee rank. Luo does not believe his words, asking the hero to stop talking nonsense. Zhao killed 2 luminous lunar rank hunters not too long ago. Wang comes to the rescue and confirms that Ming really just became a super evolved hunter. The girl adds that Ming did not pass the super evolution exam. Luo recognizes he as an arrogant student who didn't listen to her instructions on the walkie-talkie. The doctor recognizes him as the hero who saved them from a monster attack on a bus in the southern region. The doctor remembered the name of that hero, but did not know his face, since it was completely covered in blood. Kun calls Ming the hero who saved Lanyang City from danger. Kun says that Hai made them, the highest rank heroes, look like heroes with simple ranks. Min replies that he only did everything to play for time and protect his classmates. Luo asks if the hero is interested in joining the official super evolutionary organization. There is a very good treatment, high salary and many more pluses. All female colleagues are nice as well as Luo. Kun asks his captain not to be so shameless that he leads the girl to aggression. Kun says that compared to Luo, the other women in the group are not so nice. Luo begins to ask he questions about where he lives. She says that the advanced evolutionary school does not need him, and their official organization invites him to their place. Ming says that he will think about it, but at that moment, he suddenly passes out. The doctor thinks that he must be very tired. He also lost a lot of blood, so now the hero is weak. The news is on the Tokyo Express. After the hard work of the Advanced Evolutionary School, the official organization of the hunters, the mutated monsters in the southern suburbs of Lanyang City have been completely destroyed. The correspondent also speaks of a Superman who has made a huge contribution. This man discovered the source of the pollution and stopped it from spreading. Min Hai is currently undergoing treatment, and the network will continue the unique interview after the awakening of the hero. Hai lies in the city hospital of Lanyang City, and Nurse Song takes care of him. Ming finally wakes up. He's been sleeping for 2 whole days, so Nurse Song thought he was in a coma again. Min wonders why Sun is in this hospital. She was transferred here because she received a request from the hospital for directions to care for the hero. Now Hai is the hero of the city. Many reporters are waiting outside to interview him. Ming ignores these words. He is interested in Lin Long's condition. Sleep replies that the girl is in the ICU. The nurse asked the doctor about the girl's condition. She is safe. She just needs to slowly recover in the hospital. Min is happy about this news about his girlfriend. Luo and the general of the official organization, Li, enter the ward. Li is an elderly man in a military suit. Li inquires about the character's physical condition, to which Hai replies that he is fine. The dream adds that the hero's physique is normal. He will recover faster than ordinary people. Luo is happy about this news, because then Ming suits their organization even more. They need a person who has a monstrous physique. Li thanks Ming for all he has done to officially organize Lanyang City. If not for the act of the hero, the city could not have avoided huge victims. Ming replies that this is what he should have done. Luo suggests that Sun go out for a bite to eat since she has the day off. The girls leave the room, and along the way they discuss their plan for the day. He guesses that there is something important that the general wanted to talk to him face to face. The general doesn't understand how Hai figured this out before. Ming explains that Luo used an excuse to take the nurse with her. Li asked his friends and Nurse Song about the battle between the hero and Zhao. From this, he deduced that he is not Zhao's opponent, but it is surprising that Ming is able to defeat the doctor. Many super-evolved hunters didn't realize how much higher the rank of a super being was than their own. The general doesn't think this is right, as the superhumans not only need to use their super evolutionary powers to their full potential, they also need to use their wisdom and intelligence. Accounting for wisdom and intelligence makes he a hero in the eyes of the general. Min, on the other hand, believes that this is all thanks to his hidden talent, luck. Li asks he not to be humble. Luck can only protect temporarily, but the hero has spent so much time fighting Zhao that not only luck can do. He thinks that General Li is exaggerating too much. The general wonders what Dr. Zhao said. Ming replies that the doctor said that humans are cancer cells, as if these invaders are the immune system of the main organ of the universe responsible for killing humans. General Li replies that not all of the doctor's words are insane. According to their data and guesses, the creatures that invaded the planet appeared because of the comet. Each comet contains a creature that can harm a person. These are instincts, and on Earth the most vital instinct is survival. The general asks he a question about the instincts of aliens, to which the hero replies, to kill. This is the correct answer. Their most important instinct is to kill until they destroy every last person. Now he is not sure that exactly they, people, are poisoning the universe. Li replies that their first instinct is survival, their second is exploration. He can't answer the hero's question because people are still exploring the world. The truth is that even superior super beings and professional scientists cannot answer. Now Ming does not understand, if the universe no longer needs people, she wants people to disappear, then is it profitable for her to give them increased abilities for evolution? Due to the fact that humans are highly adaptable, they can withstand these mutated monsters. The general remarks that he said it well. People with an innate predisposition to evolution are direct evidence for the rejection of such thoughts. The general hands the hero a cup of tea. Maybe people, compared to the universe, are just newborns, invaders, those beings. This is a virus, so before exploring the world and finding out the truth, people will definitely not be slain by these creatures. Super beings will never give up and continue civilizational relations in Tinder. Hai replies that even if he is a super being, he still cannot protect all of humanity, but he will at least protect his people. After talking with he, the general needs to deal with two things. Li hopes Ming isn't hiding anything from him. First, about a year ago, when they discovered the Divine Queen comet, after it entered the Earth's atmosphere, it changed course and exploded as soon as it hit the surface. Ming was there. Because of this, he was in a coma for a whole year. He now understands what happened then. He tells the general that he saw a bright light that filled the entire sky, and then he almost immediately lost consciousness. The general hopes that Min did see something. For example, when the stone fell, maybe something came out of there. Ming is sure that he did not see anything. Maybe that comet is one of the scary monsters. The general says that they distribute catastrophes in ranks from 1 to 12. The power of the first rank is on a par with a tornado. The mutated incident in the southern suburb of Lanyang is ranked as a rank 3 disaster. Zhao wanted to use the water supply and pipes to increase the rank to 6 and he prevented it just in time. Ming is shocked that such a serious case is only a rank 3. The comet they had discovered, the Divine Queen catastrophe, had been rated as a rank 9 disaster from the very beginning. It endangers all of southern China. Ming considers this very strange, but the general says that it is not the descended creatures that are terrible, but something completely different. 5 years ago, there was a rank 8 disaster in the south, and the main culprit was an emperor rank monster. Polluted blood is also imperial blood. There was an underground dealer that year who hid a blood sample. Hai clarifies whether the blood of an emperor rank monster can affect an entire city. Therefore, the divine punishment is so terrible, it is probably capable of destroying all of humanity. Therefore, they, the official organization, studied the quarry from the comet up and down for a long time, but found nothing. Ming is the closest witness and victim of the comet's shockwave, so Li wanted to get information from Hai. Ming apologizes for not knowing anything worthwhile. The general says that everything is fine, they only confirm the facts. Surely a fragment of the comet fell somewhere else. Ming asks about the second important thing the general was talking about. The second thing is that Luo Lin recommended and he hopes that Ming can join their organization. The general thinks that Ming is incredibly lucky. He spent a year in a coma, but woke up with the ability of the first type. It seems that he has a purple soul rank. In addition, he benefited from such a misfortune. Ming says that first he needs to talk to his sister about joining the organization. The general says that their doors are always open for the hero. He decides that in this case he will no longer bother the hero. Ming stops Li at the very door of the ward. Ming wants 20,000 for finding the source of the pollution. This makes Li laugh. He replies that they will give everything to the penny. Ming enters cultivation meditation after General Li's departure. He addresses the statue, asking if it really is a rank 9 disaster. The girl grins at him. She is not satisfied that the hero looks at her so arrogantly. She is at least rank 11. Hai asks if she really came to destroy all of humanity. A rank 11 monster says it is. She believes that people are too greedy. They have made the universe uncomfortable. Hai concludes that there are even fewer reasons to leave the girl. She is annoyed. Since she gave the hero a powerful ability beyond being, she let him train even when the hero was in a coma. She says that if it wasn't for all of this, he would not have been able to defeat Dr. Zhao. Ming explains that they live in symbiosis. If he dies, the monster dies. The girl believes that if it were not for that accident, then she would not have settled in his body. For her, the goddess as she calls herself, Ming's body is too weak. General Li told Ming that a monster's main instinct is to kill, but Ming thinks that a girl's main instinct is survival. Even when the owner is weak, for the sake of survival, the girl decided to move into him. These words again bring the goddess out of herself. She doesn't like that Ming compares her to inferior beings. Her life is much nobler and higher. She explains that finding a vessel, even among several billion people, is difficult. Symbiosis takes a long time to adapt. The hero's body took a whole year. Hai replies that it was because of this that he was in a coma for a whole year. The goddess, waving her hand, says that in the future they will live in peace. Ming concludes that since survival is important to her, her instincts are similar to those of humans. The goddess does not understand what the hero means. Hai explains that she also does not know what the universe looks like, but simply follows some orders. Min asks to let him show the human world, after which, as he believes, the girl will definitely change her mind. Their world is not perfect, it has a dark side, but in general it is not so bad. In addition, the hero considers her very nice. He is glad that he met her, and hopes that in the future she will find a common language. This makes the goddess laugh. First of all, the hero must work hard and develop. The couple hit 5. The goddess calls Dr. Zhao a master rank fake monster. She doesn't want to die with the hero. Ming doesn't understand why she called the doctor a fake monster. The goddess offers to create an opponent for training, while Ming lies on the steps and yawns. He doesn't need it, he needs rest. Hai understands that even in a meditation place, overworking is not the best option. Ming woke up in the real world. He realizes that he has a dangerous nuclear bomb in his body, but he can't tell anyone because it will blow everything to hell. The hero does not know what kind of catastrophe the girl can entail when the time comes. He believes that since he has such strength, he will be able to deal with a rank 9 calamity, but first he needs to deal with it. Journalists stand near the entrance to the hospital. They are waiting for the hero, who saw through the mutated pollution case, to leave the hospital now. Some of the journalists thought that his channel would have an exclusive interview. He does not understand why there are so many teams here. Ming left the hospital wearing a mask. Everyone wants to know the hero's face. They try to ask Ming a question, they violate his personal space. Min replies that he does everything to protect the people around him, but about the destruction of monsters, this is done by officials, schools and associations. Ming believes that everyone who sets foot in the southern town is the hero of Layan. Classmates are watching this interview on TV. Lin is in the hospital, she is in tears, and the rest are sitting in a cafe. Classmates believe that he said well, gave an excellent speech. Law is in the cemetery, he sits near the tombstones of his friends. He is crying because their little band are the heroes of Lanyang City. Hai is in the park, he thinks that in this situation it is best not to show himself in public. Otherwise, he can be dragged to some laboratory for experiments, and he is still young. Now Hai is also rich, he can finally let his sister relax a little, his account was topped up with $20,000. Ming asked the nurse not to tell his sister because if she knew he was in the hospital again, she would be scared to death. Ming came to his sister, who works as an ice cream vendor at a street stall. Hai tells his sister that the officials gave him a huge amount as a reward, so he suggests that his sister take a break today and go to the festival. The sister is not going to leave until she sells all the ice cream, since it must be fresh, and they should save money, who knows when they will need it again. Min offers his help, and after work you can eat something at the fest. The sister thinks that since the hero didn't stay at home to study for the exam, why shouldn't he go take it instead of wasting time? The sister talks about the hero who saved the southern suburbs, the whole city was talking about him this morning. She asks if her brother said that he also wants to become a superhuman and protect the city. She asks her brother to take the subject from that hero, work on himself, and then, she believes, he will pass the exam. Ming mentally replies that he is the hero, but audibly, he replies that the city told him to breathe in the fresh air, so he wants to help. Ming yells outside for ice cream. Luo is standing next to the ice cream counter, but she hides behind a tree so that they can't see her. She calls the hero an idiot, since he could be famous in the whole city and become a superstar, but instead he just helps his sister. Someone calls the hero on the phone, this is Luo. She asks the hero about joining the official. Min replies that he thought, his sister worked hard for many years so that he could study, she dreamed that he would go to an evolutionary school, so he plans to study, and when the school opens, he will enter a special enrollment. Luo agrees with his words, since he is still young, there is no need to put his life in danger. Min replies that after graduation, he will accept their offer. Luo talks about a special recruitment, the officials also have a similar organization, which is better known as the Dragon Fang. Its members can roam freely, usually do not need to defend the city, and it can also join a legal organization of superhumans. Only to assist the officials in some special and emergency matters, they not only receive official powers, but also receive an annual salary for employment. The advanced school of evolution is not cheap, Ming should just bathe in money. Ming is slightly taken aback by these words. Luo asks him not to worry, they won't push, the choice is his. Every year he must help them at least twice, and they will still pay him the amount. If he needs something, he can contact her, working for the country is the duty of every Superman. He really speaks fluently, from this day on he is part of the Dragon's Claw. The sister finished her work, she asks her brother who called him. He replies that it was an official organization that hired him, the salary there is quite high. Ming asks her sister not to work so hard, as they now have the opportunity to even buy a new house. She says that in that case they should celebrate it, she suggests going to the festival. The girl has never been to a seafood fair. Brother and sister went to eat seafood, went to the store for dresses, and then came to a new house. Even though this house is currently rented out, soon they will be able to buy it. The sister says that the rent is enough for them. They decide that everything will work out, the sister always believes in the best. The sister asks Ming to thank the mysterious hero if he meets him. Min does not understand this, and the sister begins to intensively say that he must thank this hero. She heard that he risked his life to save them, fighting a monster much stronger than him. She understands that this hero could have escaped, but he stood to the end. His body was covered in blood, wounded, he almost died. The sister believes that children who can eat ice cream in the park, they who choose housing, people can live in peace thanks to superhumans. Min, standing in the shower, tells himself that there is no need to thank him. People deserve to risk their lives for them, using the last strength and drops of blood. Later, Min Hai trained a lot, he did, cardio, strength training, improved his endurance, practiced fist skills, raised the level of theoretical knowledge and combat training. The goddess says that she has analyzed the statistics of the mutated monster. She can simulate 90% of his power. Ming can now use his phantom for practice. Hai wants to do this workout since he hasn't forgiven the doctor yet. The goddess says that now the most important thing is to improve Ming's physical data, to get more physical substances. The fighting skills in his head are not weak, but his body can't keep up with his reaction. We see the parameters of Ming's strength, level, the rank of the shining moon, height, 181 centimeters, weight, 70 kilograms. Talent, 1, hidden advanced evolution skills, luck, white dust, basic abilities, the chance of development of events in a favorable way, it is easy to get rare things. Talent 2, advanced combat evolution abilities, mysterious strike, white dust, main abilities, basic physical, water spirit, explosive spirit ability, mysterious explosion, purple soul. Following human rank, his body should be capable of shining moon martial skills. She suggests that he upgrade the skill to solar energy so as not to die too quickly. Ming wonders if he will be able to use the absolute territory when he reaches the solar power level. The goddess confirms this. His arcane fist is an advanced red warlock talent. If the hero starts using absolute territory, the doctor will look weaker than the insect. Ming remembers a teacher saying that it gives people more physical limits. White dust rank talents, faster than an ordinary person, stronger than an ordinary person, reaction is better than an ordinary person. Blue spirit talent, grants white dust physique, advanced explosive spirit evolution skills. Violet soul talent, grants white dust physical data, advanced explosive spirit evolution skills, secret arts, blazing fire summoning and sparkling thunder summoning, tornado control, star marks multi-strike. Ming remembers what the teacher told him about the talent of the Red Warlock. The talent of the Red Warlock includes not only white dust physical data, advanced explosive spirit evolution skills, secret arts, absolute territory enhances his superhuman abilities, crushes the opponent's abilities, forcing him to follow the rules. But also absolute territory. Absolute territory greatly enhances the ability of the super being and suppresses the enemy's forces. He will be obliged to follow the halts of the owner's territory. It's like a battle, but the owner of the territory sets rules that are beneficial to him. Ming wants to try a trial version of the absolute territory, but the goddess is absolutely against it. She thinks that he should practice the other skills first. If he can't master the secret arts, then there's no point in even thinking about the next level. The arts require a fair amount of fisticuffs. Fortunately Ming persisted until he landed 49 hits on the doctor, otherwise the hero would have simply died. Ming wonders if the multiple star fist punch will be the strongest if he throws out more punches. The goddess says yes, 49 marks is the minimum to activate. Ming's punches need to be faster, more accurate. He needs to use his surroundings and explosive punches to increase his marks so he can use his secret arts more easily. A month later at the training station, Ming boards a train bound for the southern suburbs. He asks his sister not to be upset, as he just takes the entrance exams, and does not go to war. There is a very thick night fog in the park of the southern city of Bingshan. Two policemen are discussing the weather outside. One of them has been working for so many years, but for the first time he sees such a night fog. Another policeman suggests to Lao Wang not to check anything. Since the fog is too thick today, nothing can be seen. Lao agrees. They go back, but they cannot reach the place, although they have been walking for a long time. Liao believes that they took a wrong turn, but the second does not think so. He has known these roads for 10 years, so he will pass correctly even with his eyes closed. They come to some building. Liao hears a strange sound. He turns on the flashlight to take a look. He sees that his partner has been grabbed by a huge spider monster.